now they're moving up there too. You can, they're all laying dead. You should, they're all laying dead. That's the closest ones, huh? There's none other closer than that, is there? No. I think he's going close.
Can anybody throw a rock at him?
Boy, I don't have any rocks. Look at all, they're getting up. They've been looking around. Paul Martinis is saner here. A friend of ours in Seattle. He happens to be uncle to Dale Martinis, one who owns Everett Ski Shop. And he's been delivering to us this last couple of weeks. And we're coming up on him now. He's already set the net. And we just thought this would be kind of fun to see what we can get. He's going to let the skip go pretty soon. It's not real sure exactly when. It's a gorgeous day today. Warm. I'm sitting up on the bow of the boat. There's the skip there in the back. These aren't too jiggly, sort of rolly out here. He's setting, Torrance yakking at me in the background, he's setting the lead now. get Paul up there in the pilot house. There's Paul. Might get some of his crew members down here. There she is, the Dreamland. You gonna run into her?
Now the net is all the way out now.
Here, the net's all the way out. There's the skiff all the way over there. And then the net just sort of wraps around and comes down behind the boat here. How many feet do you think? Do you know, Alan?
About 2,000 feet.
2,000 feet of net. Wow. It's out here in the water now for about half an hour, and then they'll pull it up. Fishing hasn't been that great today. Good night. I'm leaving the boat now, and I'm going to pan the shoreline here so you can get a good view of the mountain, which I've already forgotten the name of. Shoshone. There she is. He's going to give me a show here, I can tell. Up here now, and I'm just shooting from the window of the Dreamland.
Again and tell Dorothy what you said here. Maybe you can get it into on the desk here.
I hear Paul on the radio saying
Okay,
something.
here, I'll turn it up, so. Okay, say it again.
Yeah, Dreamland Oceanic. I just wanted, I want you to know, Dorothy, that I had a pair of black pants on under there. Whatever I showed there wasn't really that color when I dropped my rain gear.
Oh yeah, that we don't believe. We knew you were a black fisherman.
She says, that we didn't believe. We knew you were a black fisherman.
These movies as best I can. Most of these early pictures here in the black and white were taken in 1941, my first trip to Alaska. I was 17 years old and on board the Iceland. There's a few fur seals hopping out of water out on the trip up. And I think this is in the area around Mitrofania Island. There's Uncle Matt Marinkovich and steering the boat. This is Cape Lutke here, where we do quite a bit of our fishing. Some of the scenery around. There's some sea lions on a rock. A rookery there. The rookery is depleted quite a bit now. I don't know whether it's because of the warmer water up there or because the number of fishermen that are around has made the competition for food more desirable somewhere else to these mammals. This looks like a scene of a shot of Cape Lazar from the side, looking eastward. Here's the boats in Promontory Cove. You can see Mount Shishaldin in the background. This is out by Cape Lipke. There's Uncle Anthony Marinkovich, the shark coming over the side. Sea lion in the net. And here's a bunch of seagulls on the rocks. A natural stone archway there. It's still there, of course. It'll probably be there when we're gone. More of the sea lions on the rocks. There's another view of Cape Lazar from the southern end of it, looking northward towards the shore of Unimak Island. There's Dad and I washing clothes. I was 17 years old. Whoops. Vince Owanich. Uncle Madigan. Marion Gallisich is alongside the dock of Port Moller. Some of the boats on the 4th of July because of the flags all being broke out. Looks like the Edith Foss there. The dock hasn't changed much. It looks pretty much the same. A few more buildings on it. Here's a dusk shot of Lammerset. Barely see it. And this is a Lammerset under sail in the distance. Here's the boats going out the Bear River. Just a bit sloppy here. Marion Gallisich. I believe that's the Silverland back there. The boats turn around back. That's the Johnny B there. Notice the canvas windbreaks the boats had in those days. I believe this was coming into False Pass. Yeah, there's the old False Pass cannery. Thing doesn't exist there anymore. It burnt down. People still do live there, though, and they do maintain a station. Oh, there's an eagle flying around in the middle of the picture up there somewhere. Little speck against the clouds. I think this is somewhere in Stepovac Bay, probably Island Bay. There's the old tender Farallon. Uncle Matt going down to shave. Oh, this is on the way home. Someone took a wrong turn at one of the islands, and we ended up on the flats at Skeena River. In the fog, as you can see. So somebody scrubbed the boat, somebody dug for clams, somebody took pictures, repaired some of the rigging on it. Some of the other boats made the wrong turn at the same time too. This is before radar and so forth. Nothing much to do except sit and wait for the tide to come in. That's Joe Vittlich, Beppo Vittlich, Bellingham. that was Uncle Andrew. I took the line up to him. Oh, a little coastal trading vessel. And one of the big knot boats, a square knot, I believe. Freighter. Vince Zawanich, she's kind of ship's carpenter and knife sharpener, etc. Uncle John Marinkovich. Uncle Anthony Marinkovich. Vince Zawanich, Joe Vitalich. There's Dad, 1941. And there's Paul Jr. with 3 months growth of beard. There's the Silverland going into Deception Pass. Tide is running quite hard. You can see he's listing back and forth a bit. There's the Denali. I think this is a couple years later. Yeah, this is 1942 or so. That's when we had the Wonderland and Polarland. There's Andrew and John, Brother Andy, Brother John, Uncle Matt. Polarland back there is run by Uncle Vince. There's Dad. This is in the Ketchikan area, inside Passage, Grenville Channel. Some of the beautiful waterfalls that we see along the way. Another view of Ketchikan. You see how it's built right on the side of a rock mountain. I'll run some of this backwards a little bit so we can get another view of the gang. It's still Ketchikan. There's A.V. Zawanich. There's Brother Andy, Brother John, Brother Vince. Is out in the Gulf of Alaska. That big mountain we just panned by was Mount St. Elias. Fine weather in the Gulf. Big, long, low, lazy swell. You see the boats kind of disappear behind the swell sometime, but it's long and low, and it doesn't hardly noticeably move the boat at all. This is a bit tougher weather here. You can see how we lash down the skiff. Scuppers awash. MacArthur Pass. There's an iceberg. You know, this is the boat's traveling again. You can see that how we have to lash the gear down. We used to travel with the nets on deck, but they're in the water now. There's a king crab, an Alaska king crab. Brother Andy, Tony Martinis. Oh, here's the guys on the 3-star cleaning fish. There's the Southern Explorer and the Larmerset in the background there. Southern Explorer was a research ship, and the Larmerset was our floating cannery. Nick Vess's floating cannery. It's the one we fish for. This is some of the black sand beach between Bear River and Sandy River. Here's an iceberg in southeastern Alaska. As soon as we travel around the other side, you'll see how it has melted off on the bottom and rolled over, and now it's in the process of melting on the bottom again and possibly rolling over again. And you can see how it's melted on the bottom and then rolled on its side. 7/8 is of the iceberg is underwater, 1/8 is on top of water. There's the guys in the polar land. It's awful difficult to. Well, maybe I can freeze frame this and identify some of them. If I can find it. It took me a little bit of a while to find the proper switch. Well, I can't remember some of the names, but the fellow in the plaid shirt is Pete Martinis, cousin Pete Martinis. The guy with the line in his hand there is Tony from Anacortes. I can't recall his